I'll never forget the aha moment I had over a decade ago when I looked at the results from the largest study ever conducted around workplace engagement by the Gallup Organization. It seemed crystal clear. If I was going to be truly effective as a leader, I needed to stop trying to fix my weaknesses and instead focus my time and my energy on leveraging my strengths and focus on my natural talents. Effective leaders are confidently strengths-based. But then, a few years later, I started to dig into the research of psychologist Dr. Dweck and her work around the power of embracing a growth mindset. You see, her work demonstrated that it was about stretching yourself, trying new things, and making lots of mistakes that makes you a great leader. Leadership is all about humility. So who's right? Should I side with the Gallup research and strive to live out my strengths? Or should I follow the teachings of Dr. Dweck and embrace a growth mindset? At the end of the day, is leadership about being confident, or is leadership about being humble? So is it confidence or humility? Well, the answer is yes. The dilemma between being confidently strengths-based and humbly embracing a growth mindset isn't a problem to solve. Instead, it's a tension to manage. And I think it's one of the most important tensions that you're going to have to manage as a leader. Leading with confidence is a good thing. It builds trust. It allows you to inspire and assure others through your experience and expertise. But here's the thing. If you over-focus on confidence to the neglect of humility, you come across as ignorant. You come across as arrogant, closed-minded, and unwilling to learn. When you embrace humility as a leader, you're able to constantly learn and grow. And your vulnerability makes you approachable and relatable. But if you overdo it, if you over-focus on humility to the neglect of confidence, others start to lose out because you're holding back on your true strengths and capabilities, and you end up feeling inferior and insecure. When it comes to leadership, confidence and humility is a package deal. One value will not succeed without the other. Reflect on your leadership this past season. Have you had the confidence to feel self-assured, to inspire others and make a real difference? Have you had the humility required for genuine curiosity that allowed you to learn and grow? I bet you'll find that you probably spent more time in one of these places than the other three. Maybe right now you're not doing a great job with either. You don't feel like you're confidently living out your strengths, yet at the same time, you're not really embracing a growth mindset. I refer to this as being worried and weak. This isn't a great place to be. Maybe you'd say you're doing pretty good on the confidence side of things, but if you're honest, you're quite a bit lower when it comes to humility. You're assertive, but you also might be coming across as arrogant. Or you might be saying the opposite is true. You have high levels of humility and you're always looking at what you can do better and learn more about. The problem is you're not nearly as high on the confidence side of things. I call this being modest, but to the point of being meek. And then some of you are feeling pretty good right now because you're recognizing that right now, you're actually managing this tension quite well. Something that's pretty challenging as a leader. You've got high and healthy levels of confidence, and you've got just as high and healthy levels of humility. I call this quadrant leading and learning. Regardless of what quadrant you find yourself in, my encouragement to you is to go big with both. Don't settle for one option and don't compromise so that you end up with a watered down, mediocre version of both options. Instead, fully embrace both sides. If there's one secret that I've learned about great leadership, it's to be both fully confident and fully humble. And when you start to do this, when you start to both live out your strengths and embrace a growth mindset, you'll tap into the power of healthy tension and you'll see your leadership go to the next level.